Hello, goddesses and queens. Welcome to my divine feminine love, and my name is. Mm. My channel is all about healing the divine feminine woman. It's all about tapping into the divinity within each and every one of us and awakening the goddess in each and every one of us. I'm a huge believer that no matter how far you've gone, no matter how down you are, you have the responsibility to pick yourself up and transform your life. You have it in you to change the narrative of your story by what? Investing in yourself, fixing yourself, and healing yourself. You can at any time become the best and highest version of yourself only if you choose to work on healing yourself. Yes. So, once again, welcome to my channel. Today, I'll be talking about something really, really important. So, on this video, I would like to really talk about protecting your energy. And on that topic of protecting our energy, because I'll be making 4 series on this topic of protecting your energy. But today, my first topic is protecting your energy as a woman, and it is imperative that you protect your sexual energy. So, today, we'll be talking about sexual energy transfusion, or how people tap into your energy sexually to drain you and to take your power. Yes, so today we'll be talking about sexual energy. So I'm a huge believer that you should always protect yourself in any form, physically, spiritually, sexually, mentally, emotionally. You It's stupid of you to leave yourself open to all these devices there, because you see people, but when you really open your spiritual eyes, you will understand that people are just not who they seem to be. So it is imperative that you protect yourself from different forces. You might see a man and you think it's just a man, but he's carrying several demons, several baggages, several things with him, that when you copulate with him, the next thing you see, you start becoming like him, you start acting like him, you start looking drained, tattered, beaten. Yes, that's because you have joined yourself with him spiritually, and now you're partaking of his spiritual demon. People always say, oh, sex is casual. I don't believe sex is just sex. To me, sex is a serious spiritual activity, is a serious spiritual practice involving different layers of spiritual demons. When you meet some men are already demonic already. He's a bitter man, he's a broken man, he's a damaged man. And you, as a beautiful light, you meet this darkness, and the next thing, both of you are sleeping together. You just feel it's sexual, but you don't know this man is draining you of your light, of your energy. And at the end of the day, you end up looking damaged, you end up broken, you end up bitter, you end up hateful, spiteful. That's because you have taken his darkness and he has drained you of your light. So for me, sex is just not sex. Let me give you an instance. When you see someone's laptop and you take your cord and you insert it into the laptop and you start downloading the files from the laptop downloading, that is what sex is. You just don't go about sleeping with anybody just for the heck of it. You're really downloading that person's negative energy, that person's negative forces, that person's demon, whatever they are battling, their brokenness, their unhappiness, their bitterness. You're downloading it into your own system. So sex is just not sex. It's an act that we should be really, really, really careful about. You just don't take these things casually. If God should open your spiritual eyes to see, you will know that all these people are just not it. Take for instance, I used to have an ex, my ex-boyfriend. We dated for 5 years. So when I met him, it was all, I was still naive then. I didn't know so much about the spiritual stuff. But I realized that within 6 months of me entering into that relationship, people around me realized that I changed. Although I was a bit, he was doing so much for me, but my countenance changed. Always have been this healer, this happy person. And yes, I've always been a very reserved, introverted person, but my family realized that I started becoming very spiteful, very angry, and that's because I started downloading the things that he carried, the demons that he was fighting with. Then I realized I started having dreams that weren't my kind of dreams. That's what I'm talking about, sexual energy. You start downloading these people's demons. You start dreaming dreams that they are dreaming. You start having nightmares that were meant for them. Sex is just not sex. It's a way of people entering into your spiritual lives to damage the light that you carry. You just don't sleep with just anybody. You have to be very careful who you lay with. That is why I have a rule that I call the 7-month rule, which I'll be talking about in another video. In 7 months, it can take you 7 months to get to know if this person is good enough for your energy. If this person is good enough for you, you just don't go about sleeping with just anybody because he's fine, he has beard, he looks good, he's tall, he's handsome, he has money. No, those aren't the criteria why a man should lay with you. As a divine feminine woman, your body is a temple. You carry an altar in you that just nobody should have access to that altar, to that temple. If he's not coming healed, if he's not coming emotionally intelligent, if he's not coming well balanced, mentally stable, if he's not coming grounded, he shouldn't have access to your body. We're only looking for men that will build us, uplift us, lift us, treat us like goddesses that we are. Just any man shouldn't have access to our temples. Your yoni is a temple. You shouldn't give access just to anybody because he's got money or he's tall, he's handsome. No, most of these people are damaged goods walking up and down, damaged, wounded masculine men. We are only looking for divine masculine men, men that are healed, men that are grounded, men that are leveled up, men that are in their highest self. Just not anybody should have access to the goddess that you are, especially now that you're healing yourself, now that you're fixing yourself. You shouldn't just give your body just to anybody, just for the pleasure of it, just because of that 5 minutes pleasure, because I believe it's no more than 5 minutes. Nobody goes longer than 5 minutes when having sex. It's time to sit down and think about this. Sexual energy is one of the most spiritual practices that we should really, really be careful about. People are stealing people's destiny just by having sex with them. People are damaging people's future just by having sex with them. People are downloading people's demons just by having sex with them. So it's time you start scrutinizing who lays with you. What word are they saying to you? Are they building you up with their words and the action? Are they building your life up? Are you always happy when you're around them? Are you always relaxed when you're around them? How does this man make you feel? If he's draining you, if he's destroying you with his words, if he's pulling you down with his actions, darling, it's time to run. Goddess, we don't need men like that around us. We need men that come healed, that come to build, that comes to lift, that comes to change. It is time to stand up and be wise. Be wise as a serpent. If God should open your eyes to see that most of these men are already broken, wounded. That is why you see men that use their word to verbally humiliate their women, use their hands to beat their wives, because these men are working in their wounded masculine. You can't operate as a divine feminine woman and copulate with a wounded man. It doesn't work that way. You have to choose. Either be alone until your divine masculine counterpart finds you, or you suffer the consequences of being humiliated, treated like trash, all because of sex. And for me, I believe sex has a way of blinding us. The moment you get sex involved in any situation, you become blinded. Your emotions become entangled. So it's time you start thinking properly before you allow anybody into your yoni space. Thank you for listening. Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to subscribe and also click the notification button. I would love to hear more from you people. Please do comment. I would like to hear you guys comment on what you want to hear about next time. Yes. And another way I'll give you a bonus tip on how to cleanse yourself is to start cleansing yourself with salt water. Get used to salt, even if it's the salt you have at home. Just buy a fresh bag of salt and keep it specifically for your cleansing. Start cleansing yourself every night before you go to bed. The quantity of water you want to use to take your bath, pour in some salt and cleanse yourself. Speak to the water. Water has a way of listening to the energy that you speak into it. Use it to cleanse yourself and wash away whatsoever, release whatsoever energy has been trapped in your body. Until next time, I am Mma, and remain blessed. Thank you for listening.